Hi, welcome aboard the Northern Patriot. I'm Howard, the captain here. So we have been sea trialing the SeapiX system for a year and a half now, and we've developed it, I think, for the Bering Sea. It's come a long ways, and I'm very confident that it'll help us in fishing here now. We have the 4 screens that are running this here. We have the main screen, which is the charting program, and it shows the biomass on it, and then the down sounder portion, which is the center and the port and the starboard looking down, and then the 3D mapping. But I think that this is where it's really most beneficial right here, is that looking at the swaths, and with this I've really been able to avoid bycatch. In fact, just earlier yesterday on this fishing trip, I avoided schools of herring by seeing them on the side, this side here and this side here. I was watching them forward, and I was able to steer the ship around them, and we totally avoided it. Another boat was in the same area, and they caught herring. And so I really feel with this that we were able to reduce the bycatch.
Yeah.
Over here on this screen, we have classifications, and then we have the distribution. Over here, this is more of the statistical area, and right here we have the distributions. And so we can look and see what size we're looking at in conjunction with how much pixels are down there. I was fishing there this morning, and Christoph says, well, you got some big fish here, but there isn't very much fish. Well, on the ES60, it showed there was lots of fish. There was lots of fish. It was red. It was nothing but red down there. And then we come back here on the SeapiX, and it showed was big fish, but very little pixels. He says, well, there's big fish down there, but not a lot. And we ended up hauling back, and we had big fish, just not very much of it. So we had to move, and but we've really put a lot of work into this. We're going to put some more work into it, but I find the benefits of using this to be extremely helpful. Extremely helpful.
Do you believe selectivity is realistic with SeapiX?
I do. Well, so I'm not fishing a lot of species. I fish for pollock. I see herring, and I can avoid herring. I knew when I was looking at herring, and so, I was able to select that. But for selectivity, as far as pollock goes, with what I found with the size distribution here, that we were able to this looking at here and looking at the size distribution, that we were able to get a better catch and avoid smaller fish, and so in that regard, yes.
Yeah. Do you imagine to develop some fish strategy to take advantage of this technology, to change mind, to change way to fish?
Well, yes, but they have to believe what they're seeing. It took me some time to believe what I was seeing here, because I didn't want to, and I'm still learning in progress. This morning was a classic example. This machine said that there was big fish and there was lots of it. This machine said there was big fish but not very much of it, and I chose not to believe it.
Yeah.
Well, and so I am becoming a firm believer in having to use this and use it when I'm looking for fish, and to target the correct species of fish. That's what that's what I believe.
Yeah.
It's I'm going to have to change my muscle memory. I've been running this boat since 1988. I have my certain way of doing things, and that muscle memory is ingrained. I really have to change my muscle memory and do things. I have seen it here, and there is a better way to do things.
Right.
There is a better way to do things.
Yeah. Last question. Do you believe that's possible to balance profitability and sustainability with this kind of technology?
Yes, I do. I do. If you are able to target the big fish, the plant in the plant that I deliver to, when we have the fleet as a whole, one boat cannot do it. The fleet as a whole, if we can bring in bigger fish, we're going to get paid more for that. The other thing is if we bring in bycatch, large amounts of bycatch, that bycatch is reducing the overall capacity of our fish hold, which is reducing the amount of profitable fish, pay fish that I can bring in. And so not only are we wasting a resource, but we are also not getting paid, which is reducing my paycheck. There's economics involved in this, and with especially in this summertime season around the Aleutian chain here, herring being a major concern. If you can avoid it, you'll benefit. In the wintertime, the herring are up by the Pribilof Islands, and the main catchers there are factory trawlers, just because they're up there more often. And if they could disseminate and say, okay, that's herring, and avoid it, they would make more money and be more profitable. Yes.
Okay, so have a good catch.
All right.
More selectivity.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.